Today's episode is about floaters.
And unfortunately not the fun kind. Well, we do know how to hide a body.
Okay, I'll take that. Hello.
Hi.
Today we're going to talk a little bit about, okay, so I did say floaters. And you said dead bodies, but that's not what it's about. It is about preventing dead bodies.
Yes,
preventing dead bodies.
Preventing dead bodies.
Kinda, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, basically, again, this isn't another one of those bane for pond owners, koi pond owners or goldfish pond owners, and that is birds of prey.
Right.
Birds of prey is a problem for a lot of people because a lot of the times
Free
you'll have
food.
a pond. Yeah,
easy
you'll have
food.
a pond that's
Easy. Yeah.
You'll have a pond that's open space, and the birds just swoop up and grab your fish.
Right.
And so.
And sometimes the fish don't go low enough, so if a bird is smart, it can get in there.
Right.
So we've divided, and we've never, knock on something, we've never lost a fish to a bird of prey.
Yeah, I mean we do have a stubborn hawk who is also dumb as a brick, but
he tries. Bless
he
his
does
little heart.
try.
That's a southern. Bless his little heart.
Yeah. We call him Huey, and he's an idiot.
He is an idiot.
We literally watch
But
him
still, eventually
smashing
some
the
other
trees.
bird that's smarter may try. So we did devise many, I mean, one of the things is the floater.
Yeah.
And then lights. But
Yeah,
go ahead. Tell them
but,
about the floater, because I like the floater. It's kind of fun.
Yeah, the floaters are something, you've seen us do them before, like the reason why we had a giant dragon in the pond from hell.
Remember the...
Yeah, if you remember the giant dragon from the pond of hell, that was basically a floater. It's basically what we call floaters, or anything that you can float on top of your water that the fish can hide under.
Right.
This is also the other reason why we always have a bridge.
Right.
Going
that's
on
the bridge.
every pond that we've built that has fish in it has a bridge.
Right, just somewhere for the fish to hide in case of.
Yeah, it's somewhere for the fish to hide. It also protects them from hot days with the sun and whatnot, but mostly it's to give them some place to hide whenever they're not feeling safe.
Because they are a prey animal, and I say animal, but they're prey, so
They're
in their
for
minds
food.
they want to hide, yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to give them somewhere to hide.
Right.
Somewhere safe.
But I recently built a new floater for the pond from hell, so I figured, okay, well, I'll tell you how I did that.
Okay.
And of course I left my.
And it was adorable.
Yeah.
It was adorable.
And I recently built this floater.
She
and
pooped in the pond. Oh, sorry, go ahead. Just helping.
Wow, now I can't get that visual out of my head. Thanks.
That was the whole point. That's why I laughed when we said floater.
See,
when you were a kid?
We have two different ways of
Don't you remember when you were a
things.
kid and like some kid invariably in the public pool would poop and the poop would float around? Don't you?
I
remember?
never had that happen.
Oh yeah, because you didn't have public pools where you were probably. But we used to swim in public pools. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, because when I hear floater, I think dead body floating in the
See,
water.
look at the difference.
Yeah.
Look, I'm thinking poop and she's thinking dead body. Who's the nice one? Who's the psychopath? Just so you know. I'm thinking cute little poop, and you're thinking dead. No wonder you said dead. I was wondering what you were talking about.
Who the fuck thinks poop is cute?
It's adorable. Funny.
And I'm the psychopath?
Yeah.
All right, comment below. Which one of us is the psychopath? Someone who thinks poop is cute, or somebody who associates floater with dead body. Your choice.
Okay, I'm sorry. You were talking about your building your floater.
Yeah.
I think that's funny that we had completely different ideas on what floater meant. All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Now you know I was laughing earlier when you said it.
I thought you were laughing for the same reason I was.
Nope,
Yeah.
not even little.
Should have known better.
Yeah. This is polar opposites, people.
Right.
Oh, but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay, so in order to build your floating device,
Your safety feature for your fish.
Yes,
Let's get back on point. Safety feature for the fish.
there are several ways you can do it. I mean, you've literally seen me.
Dead bodies would smell.
Yeah,
Okay,
but I mean, you've seen me throw like an inflatable in there. In fact, I still have an inflatable shark in there too. But I wanted something that would be kind of nicer. I had these skeleton mermaids that I wanted to show off, and I also wanted to put some plants out there. And I thought, okay,
I think we got some video too. I think it's okay. Go ahead.
So I wanted to do like a floating garden type of thing, and in order to do that, I also wanted to do it like under $20. So
again, budget.
yeah, we are very budget friendly here. So
our relaxing hobby on a budget when we can.
So the first thing I had to do was build a platform, which I just basically used some spare wood, nailed it all together to form like a little deck area. and painted that up real quick. And then I figured, okay, now we got to make this float because the wood would not float. And even if the wood would float, it would
eventually rot in minutes.
Sink.
Yeah, and I didn't mean minutes, but a couple of weeks. That's gonna. If it did float, it would just sink. And I mean,
so we needed to do something to make it float. Now my first thought was just styrofoam, because we have styrofoam
every package
everywhere.
You get.
Every package you get has styrofoam in it.
Right.
And Gareth had just bought some sort of equipment, so that I had this giant piece of styrofoam. I thought, okay, that'll work. So I put the wood on top of that, and then I floated it, and it lasted for a few days, but I noticed that it was starting to sink. So I grabbed it and pulled it out real quick.
Styrofoam must eventually
get
waterlogged.
It will absorb the water. So then I used a Flex Seal spray and sprayed that. I sprayed the styrofoam with that. I put a new piece of styrofoam down, sprayed it with that, and I figured, okay, maybe that'll, because I kept thinking like surfboards and stuff,
Right, they've gotta,
Yeah. Well, that lasted a little longer, but not nearly as long as I'd like. So then I came up with an old trick of mine.
That we've used in the past. Many times, which I'm surprised you didn't think of it right away, but yeah.
I just didn't like the bright colors, and that is pool noodles. Pool noodles are actually really
multifaceted tool that you can use for everything.
Yeah, but the nice thing about pool noodles is that they generally have these, hollow centers, so you can run a stick or something in order to attach it to your...
Right.
Yeah, you can bracket it in.
Right.
So basically what I did was I got a couple pool noodles. I have them hidden underneath so you can't see them from the
sides.
From the sides.
Right.
And
put them in a little bit so you don't notice them as well. Not too far in, because then it'll tip over. But
right. But I have them set in enough so you don't see them from outside.
Yeah.
But pool noodles is that's what they're used for, is to keep small children afloat. It can keep my board afloat.
And it worked.
Yeah. So basically, all I did was in my case, I ran cord. I ran a nylon cord, but you can also bracket it in with wood or whatnot. I just preferred not to. It was easier for me to use a cord, and I just basically ran a cord through, threaded a cord through these and used them to attach the pool noodles to the bottom of my platform.
So yeah, that's our floater.
Yeah, that's.
But we also, like I said, we also use the bridge. We also use across the top. Especially if it's exposed, you want to put lighting or something across the top that won't hurt a bird.
A lot of people will use like fishing line because they think it looks better because you can't
see it.
The problem is neither can the bird.
Yeah, and then the bird comes down, and then
that's a good way to mutilate a bird.
Not our thing.
And you really don't want to pull a mutilated bird out of your pond anyway. That's just gross.
Fish will probably try to eat it.
Yeah, but I mean, it's just gross.
Yeah.
So you don't want to use transparent lines to run above your pond.
Use lighting or use something they can.
We've used like thick nylon cord
before, nylon cord was
in
one.
Pink or something like that.
I think it was but that was only for a little while until we got the lights.
Yeah, and then I've been using string lights,
which are pretty, and at night that looks really nice.
Right. Now the downside to string lights is you have to make sure they're secure, like really secure, because the last thing you want is them falling into your pond while plugged in.
That's true.
Yes.
Then you would have some floaters for sure.
Yeah, then you would.
That would be my floater and your floaters. My floaters and your floaters would be together. They merge.
Yeah, so if you're going to go with string lights, make sure that you've got really, really tight anchoring on the other side, and I mean tight enough to be able to withstand, like, if a tree branch hits it or if a hurricane comes or anything like that. Now, granted, for hurricanes, I take down my lights, but we usually have a few, days' notice on that.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But like with the lights I have out there right now, I've got them attached to my gazebo, and then I have them wrapped literally around the trunk of a tree. That I've got in the middle of the pond, so it goes across the pond. The birds can definitely see them. It looks pretty at night too.
Yeah, it does look nice. But yeah, I mean that's basically what we're talking about, really on just protecting the fish. So we would love to hear your comments on what you do to protect your fish.
Yeah.
Any fun ideas you have other than dead bodies?
Yeah, I mean I have seen people use like underwater netting or something, which always seems to me like a bad idea for fish.
I don't know. I've
seen where
they've put like mesh on the top.
Yeah.
But I don't think that's very attractive, personally.
No, it's not. Or
I know what I know why they're using it. It's for it's for not just the birds of prey, but it's also for egrets and things like that, so they can't reach in. But I personally don't like the way that looks. But that's just again personal. If you use that, that's fine.
I mean, one thing that I saw was like it looks like the stuff that those kind of tents that you use for picnics to put over your food. only they're bigger that you just put over your ponds, and they look ridiculous.
I've seen, like, when we went and rescued those fish that time, the lady had wire mesh, and she had two boards attached, and the wire mesh was almost like a door.
Yeah.
And it was thick wire mesh, you know, thin wire. I didn't think it looked attractive. It wasn't that she didn't do a good job; she was doing her best.
Yeah.
But I just wasn't a fan of it.
Yeah.
So that's what I've seen.
I mean, there are all kinds of predators over your pond. Now, granted, in that situation, you're talking about a very shallow pond in an area that raccoons are known to get.
Right.
In case you're wondering, in order to avoid herons, raccoons, things like that, make sure your pond's at least 4 feet deep.
Right. And then we also, like you also, when you had your ponds in the back in the day that had you did have things that you closed it at night.
At night, I could close it.
Because you wanted to make sure that they were safe from the raccoons and things.
But then eventually we stopped doing it because they were
because you feed them.
Yeah, well, we bribed the wildlife, but on top of all, there was we basically took the one area and turned it into a bridge.
Right? So then they could, and then they had a place to hide, and they went down far enough that they didn't have to worry about it. But still, I mean, for a while when you first got it, I remember you had the things, but it was only at night she would put them down.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, it was just becoming such a chore to just did we remember to open up the koi doors? You know?
Right, or close the koi doors.
Yeah.
That was always a fun thing.
Yeah. So eventually we figured keep it simple.
Yeah.
So
and it worked.
Bridges, lights. Bribing wildlife in the case of the raccoons. But again, in order to avoid like your land-based animals like your herons that are eating at land.
Right. You want to make it at least
you want to make
depth,
want to make it at least 4 feet deep,
so they can't get in there. And then you also have a dog to chase away the herons like we did.
Yeah.
But hawks and things like that in the flying.
Yeah, we're talking about
seabirds and the eagles that are around here now. I saw one on my way here.
And pelicans even.
They will swoop down and take a fish if they can get it. And they're fast. So the floating whatever it's called, the floater is a great idea. The little floating island. The bridges are great. The lighting is great because they can see it even though it's not obnoxious during the day. They can still see it because their vision is very good, except for Huey, who can't see anything.
But I mean, most of your birds of prey, their vision is excellent. So if they see a bunch of stuff that is not a food item floating in the water, they're not going to try to maneuver around that.
Right. Except for Huey, who's pretty stupid.
Yeah, Huey's an idiot.
He's just an idiot. He's still around. I mean, anyway.
I'm pretty sure he's surviving off of roadkill because I've never seen him catch anything.
We don't even know. He's been here for about 5 years.
I mean, the rabbits mock him.
That's true. He's been here about 5 years that I know of, and maybe 4.
I mean, I've got a whole backyard full of rabbits, and they all give Huey the middle finger.
They don't even run
from
it's hysterical. But anyway, not about the fish. But anyway, if you have any stories about wildlife getting your fish or what you do to protect yours, we would love to hear it. We love comments. We always try to respond.
Yeah, we do.
Like, subscribe, share. Obviously, we're still trying to make our movies. We're still going to go on some field trips. We're still going to do some fun stuff this year.
Yeah.
Get out the house. Hopefully, if Shiva can keep the pond together.
Oh my God.
Oh, the pond from hell is just so much fun. It's so relaxing.
It's a gift that keeps on giving.
Just so relaxing. We should have buried a body in it.
Oh yeah, in order to
your husband's.
Well, all right.
For suggesting it.
Right. In order to clarify what I meant earlier about us being able to hide a body, we figured out a while ago.
We probably
Don't ask us how we figured this out. We figured out a while ago that a body-smelling dog cannot smell a body that is buried underneath a full pond.
Yeah, and then then the other thing is if you just plant a bunch of smelly plants, they can't get past that either.
Yeah, they can.
Now you think they can?
They can. I asked about that. Okay. Don't ask me again how I know. But when it comes to like a pond that has a liner pond inside and it's buried down at least 5 feet, and then you have the liner and
not
then you have
that
the
ours
water on top
is.
of it.
I mean, okay, it is.
Yeah.
And there's no body under there.
No, there actually isn't. But I actually was curious about that, and I asked somebody who would know. And of course,
Of course you did.
Had to reassure said person that I was not asking for personal reasons, but just out of morbid curiosity. But that's...
Yeah. Bury the bodies.
The more you know.
But if you get a pig, it's just as easy. Anyway, all right, get off subject. Off subject, dead bodies are bad.
Yeah,
dead bodies are bad.
Don't bury bodies under your pond.
Floaters are for protecting the fish. That's what we're going with.
Yes.
Not poop and not dead bodies. But again, if you have any questions, like, subscribe, share, comment. We love your comments. We love to answer your questions. We love to hear from you. What else was I supposed to say? I'm sure there was more. Oh, this is my shirt today. I'm wearing my shirt. Are you wearing your shirt?
Yeah, I'm wearing my Peace, love, and corn.
Okay, all right. So
Yep.
see, look at that. We wear shirts,
Yep,
buy
so
some
we
stuff.
do have shirts. We've got the graphic shop, which has our T-shirts and mugs and stuff like that. And we also have the Fishy Shop, which is the handmade ornaments that we still do.
Yeah. So buy some
Yep.
stuff. We would love for you to buy some stuff so we can make some stuff.
Yeah, I can't tell we need money or anything in order to keep
Right.
the show going.
Right? I mean, even not even
Because it's
everyone-
not like we're getting monetized with as much as we swear. Talk about like how to dispose of bodies
And poop.
poop and everything else.
I didn't even say shit. I said poop. But anyway, if you have any questions, again, by all means, comment below. We would love to hear how you protect your pond. We'd love to hear about different ways people do things.
Yes.
But have a great day. We do appreciate you.
Yeah. Bye.